And welcome back, everybody. We hope you enjoyed that 21 Savage right there. The first one was Sneaky with 21 Savage, and the second one was Pop Your, can't say that word, by 21 Savage, Young Thug, and Metro! So, we're back out here with our guests tonight. We got Cody and Doxx out here representing All City Grand Prix. They got a race next Sunday at what time?
1
p.m. And if you guys are interested, or there's any cyclists out there, fixed gear, all?
Yeah, fixed gear and road bike. So
and
we'll have a fixed gear attack category.
I'm going to pull up on my Haro, bro.
So we got a track stand and a foot down contest as well. So you guys can do track stand or foot down, and track stand is where you balance on your bike, and we'll have you, like every 10 seconds, you'll have to like take off a hand and then take off a foot. And then go no hands, no feet, and figure it out. Foot on the front wheel.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fun. And then the foot down is like everybody gets in a big circle and then slowly closes the circle, and you have to stay on your bike and do a tighter circle. But the game is like people can mess with you a little bit.
Push you off your bike?
Not the spectators, but the other competitors.
That's what I'm saying. Like if I saw you and I was like, Cody, get out of here.
You're not allowed to like kick somebody, but like you can hold their saddle or try and hold their wheel so they can't, and then they have to like kind of push a little harder to get away from you. But there's only so much distance, and the circle gets smaller every 10 seconds. So.
How well do you do in those?
Oh man, I haven't done one in a while, but I'd probably do better in the foot down than the track stand, but I do pretty good in the track stand too. So
I think I would do good on the stand because when I did the vintage motocross, I would do trials, and vintage trials. The concept of trials is you got to get through the obstacle without putting your foot down.
Oh.
So whether it be like you have rocks or a river section or a tree stump you got to go over, you got to come at it at an angle, work it like so. Vintage trials would be you have 5 marks on each run, and every time your foot, like you can take your foot off the peg, but as soon as you put it on the stump, a rock, anything to keep you from falling off. But if you completely like fall or stop and go off, that's an automatic 5. And then the point is to get around 9 or 10 laid out courses through a hillside, and you have to get as least amount as your feet down. And if you get all the way through without doing it, that's a 0. So zeros is what you want. So of course there's guys that have like 1 or 2 and just run, but then you got the people who don't even they'll like get like 4s and 5s like all the way through, but they're having fun. Doesn't matter. Exactly. But that's where I think I would probably do well in that, because I did that a couple times, and I got 9 and 10. But I've only done it twice, but
So you're doing it? So you're in it? That's what you're saying?
No, I've done it before. So it's trials.
So you're not competing on
No, I'm not. Oh, no. I was pulling your leg. I was like, no.
So that's
I put that money where the mouth is.
So I was like,
I'll come. I got an old rusty road bike in the back of the house. I mean, I just need tires. I just need tires and tubes.
P.B.P's.
You know what I'm saying? There it is.
No, I got a couple bikes at the house. Like I've been wanting to get riding bikes again, but I just with the kid being a new dad, got the 3-month-old, and I got all this going on. I don't have time to even go like ride my bike to the liquor store. I really don't. It's sad. I wish I had more time to do stuff, but I've chosen fatherhood, which is okay. I'll get me and my daughter eventually. We'll get to ride our bikes to go get mom days.
Pop out to a cyclovia.
Yeah.
Pop out to a cyclovia, man. And shut down the streets. Everybody comes on.
Yeah.
Congrats again to you, Andrew.
Thank you, man. It's definitely been fun. I love that little girl to death, and she's definitely shaping me into a better person. I definitely know I'm more motivated to want to be successful with what I'm doing.
Yeah, my daughters definitely have that.
And I'm very thankful, but it's a day at a time, like we were talking before. I just got to be patient. Just be patient and keep going, and just it'll all get better. So but without further ado, though, guys, we still got a little bit of talking here. If you're just tuning in again, we're out here on KQBHLP in LA, out here on 101.5 FM, just another community service of Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory, broadcasting live on your FM dial and broadcasting on lpfm.la. And, guys, cyclists often have unique rituals or like pre-ride routines, right? Can you guys share some of your personal habits or rituals that help set the tone for a great cycling experience?
Yep. So nutrition is huge. Yeah. And I definitely was better at it when I was younger, and then jumping back in this past month or two, I've been hitting the bonk. Even today, it wasn't enough. You got to keep, some hydration
Pasta?
on you.
Carbs?
That would be for dinner the night before, and then in the morning you would have some oatmeal, eggs, and bacon, and keep it light, and then take off with some bottles, electrolytes, and some food, some snacks. So they have like gels and stuff like that you can take, or the Cliff Bar, but Cliff Bar is a little hard to munch on when you're going mid-ride, so that's why the gels are a little bit easier.
Like protein gels or like calorie
like electrolyte gels or like Scratch Labs and stuff like that. So
is that better than Gatorade? Well, Gatorade's terrible.
Yeah, no, they're better than Gatorade for sure because they definitely have carbs and sugar, but it's meant to just be burned immediately. So Honey Stinger, they got these little waffles and stuff.
Those things are good.
Waffles.
Yeah,
Honey Stingers
all
are
types of
Stroop waffles.
Yeah.
Those things fire.
Waffles, so people have them for breakfast or you munch on them mid-ride. The main thing is being able to digest the food while you're going along, because you're stopping what you're doing. Maybe you're reaching in your Roadrunner bag, and then when you go in your Roadrunner bag, you have all of your munchies, your gear. If you brought something like an extra can of Coke, just to give you a little bit of sugar boost from the water, the electrolytes,
The drink.
Yeah, Bev. So you need to have a Bev on you. So
Yeah. So like any kind of enhanced waters or anything, or like, what kind of music do you listen to before you put on some Xavier Wolf? What do you listen to?
Yeah, definitely got the Xavier Wolf in the playlist, got the Tupac on the playlist. But then like I also, when I get it in my zone, I'll have the Sade rolling, and I'm just spinning, man, just hitting my routine. So the biggest thing with riding is when you eat before you go, and then have little snacks while you're out there on the road. If you're going to be gone longer than 2 hours, then having food on you really matters.
Yeah.
And besides that, just don't beat yourself up. We're out there to have fun, so it's not about crushing it every single time. You have races to do that. So when you're training, you just gotta
just ride your bike.
Ride your bike, man. Ride your bike. Get out there
and try not to be distracted by the Latina ladies.
Yeah,
that's a big try.
You already know.
Hey, but Doc, what's some of your pre-rituals, man? What gets you in the zone before you go crush some 70-mile fixed gear rides?
Well, I mean, I'm an urban cyclist, so the only reason why I did that 70-mile ride is like to ride to a barbecue space. And then go to a bar. Then after that, go to.
Because there was a Latina at the other end, right?
So like
no reward.
I do the ride. I'm more hanging out on the bike, putting a lot of miles in. So the only thing I do, I just make sure I always water it up, like at least a gallon of water the previous day, right? Have water with you, and then I usually set it off with a little bit of Fela Kuti, and I have a Bluetooth speaker because I've gotten hit with earbuds before I got hit by a car, so I bumped the music.
Did that leave you pretty down for the count, or did you get messed up like pretty bad? Or?
Yeah, man, I broke my skull.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying, and my bike was total. You know what I'm saying. But shout out to the Venice Basketball League. They pitched in and got me another bike.
And you also too. You said you were in charge of the Venice Beach men's.
Oh
basketball?
yeah, I'm the director.
Director.
We directed the Venice Basketball League.
You guys get some hoopers out there.
Oh yeah, it's fun. I mean, shout out to Big Baby, shout out to Terrell Owens. They hoop out there and stuff like that. You know
Nice.
What I'm saying? Michael B. Jordan used to hoop in the league.
What's the one cap from the and one days?
Which one?
The professor.
The professor. He comes out there sometimes. He hangs out on the court. He doesn't compete in the summer league. The person that competes on the summer league is what's my man's name? Now I'm drawing a blank.
Oh.
And he's a legendary N1 dude. From Sick With It. That's who.
I remember watching him, bro. I used to watch all the N1 stuff in the mid 2000s on ESPN. That was some of my favorite stuff, bro.
Sick With It competes. Like he's in the league. He rocks. You know what I'm saying?
And so with the hooping though, was it still like that, like street ball mentality? Like
it's street ball, no free throws, nothing like that.
Yeah.
So we don't shoot free throws unless it's like the playoffs.
Ones and twos.
2s and 3s.
Yeah.
2s and 3s, and there's no illegal defense, so you can't play zone. So we have illegal defense. So we stress the matchup. We want to see the matchup. You can double team, If you could double team, it has to be an absolute double team, or you have to be arm distance away from whoever you're defending. So we want to see the matchup.
Yeah.
So it's like if you have proper spacing as an offense, then you can take advantage of the mismatches.
And when do you guys run? Does that like have any effect like with the biking stuff that you do, like in your contributions there?
Well, when I'm doing the race, I just don't go to the beach.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's what it is. I mean, the beach. The beach, just like the biking, is just part of my community. So you know, and then like this whole race started actually on my birthday.
Huh.
So we did a whole big thing in Highland Park called the Spring Again Weekend. So we had a bike race, did a show, I DJ'd at Gold Line. Like we had different things going on in different places in Highland Park, and then that was like the first time we had the race. So that happened, you know, obviously before the season. But like that was the race that I was like, yo, Cody, you need to be doing this, and like you need to be doing this is your community. You need to be an organizer.
Well, that's good though. I mean, you have someone to motivate you like that. Always got to have I have a couple mentors, OGs that I've even sometimes I'll just hit them up and we'll just go talk.
Yep.
And it don't matter what you're talking about, you're gonna get something out of it, whether an experience led to them telling you a story, you know. So that's good that you have him by your side. I'm glad you brought him along. You know, shout out to both y'all, and it's great too. You still out here doing stuff, man. You living. You're out here just killing it. You got the basketball, you got the cycling, and you're making music too. It's just like similar to me. I'd be doing everything.
I mean, why not? You know, it's like I like to say, if we're quote unquote children of the Creator, and it's our birthright from God to create. So it matters to be able to be out here to create something. And that creation, in my opinion, is the God particle. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. Elaborate a little bit more though.
Well, I mean, you gotta think like, what other species on this planet actually has sex for just like for art? Like we have sex for art. Like art in general, just art. Who else does art? We are the only species that really do art, that have things. We celebrate sports. We go to sporting events.
We celebrate a 1-year-old's birthday like it's a 21-year-old's birthday.
I mean, we do things like that.
Yeah.
Like, are they even
Bro, that ain't the 1-year-old's birthday. That's the parent's birthday for keeping that baby alive for a year.
You've existed.
It's spoken from a parent.
saved your bottom a few times.
Wiped it a few times.
Too many stinky diapers.
What?
Been there, done that, man.
I still got some years to go on
Yes,
that.
you do. I'm almost out of that way.
Hey,
Yeah.
Creation, though. That's part of creation, right?
It's part of that art, man.
Talk about that art. Paint that picture.
Indeed.
Yeah, man. It's art when we're on the bike, you know, kind of in traffic, underground race. It's live in traffic, so don't think you're coming to a closed course, everybody. You're running it live in traffic. It's underground. There's no permits. We are rebels.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait till
that's
you all
also-
get that Red Bull sponsorship.
Actually, we had it. Well, I had it for a minute for the Chinatown Crit for Anti-Pop. So we used to do Chinatown Crit in 2012, 2011, and Red Bull was one of the sponsors. And we did. It was in front of we had a party at the Grand Star, and then right there was the start and finish.
Yeah,
So that was the original
it's
course.
crazy. Like every time it's like when you think now, like you almost forget they're an energy drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely. They do.
All the sporting events they do,
Complete
right?
Media.
Oh,
entertainment.
the how about the Red Bull Rampage in Utah, the downhill mountain bike guys that
Dude.
build the lines.
Yo, dude, that is crazy.
That's my favorite Red Bull event.
Yo.
Red Bull
Don't they
Rampage.
do that? They do that in like South America too, where they have the like closed off
Going down
tracks
the-
through the
going down the-
favelas and
doing-
stuff
doing
on the
the
stairs.
street steps and
Oh,
everything
dude,
like that.
that's
That's
wild.
sick.
Would you guys ever
I
not
kinda-
Rampage, but through the city streets? Because
I like that. I like that.
Well, through Fighter, we actually sponsored one of our athletes, Jordan Ellison.
Yeah?
She, at the time, she was she just came out of juniors, but she's a velodrome rider and extremely competitive. And she went and competed at the Red Bull race in San Francisco, the
Yeah,
Red
Mission.
Bull Hill Climb, Mission
Mission.
Crit, and they partnered with Red Bull there, and she got second place at the Red Bull race on the fighter bike. It was her first time riding it.
Where do I get her autograph?
What'd you say?
Where do I get her autograph?
Oh man, right? Yeah, no. Hopefully she'll be out at the next race. We'll see. But yeah, man, I got the frame and then gave it to my homie. He jumped on the train and met her in San Francisco with the bike, and they built it at a local shop up there, and then she raced on it, got second place. So
he took the Amtrak up there?
yeah, he took the Amtrak, made it with the frame, and then they built the bike up there at a local shop. The shop's forgetting my name at the moment, but you know, thank you. So he knows who he is.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
shout out to Jordan, shout out to Red Bull. They've been hugely involved in the cycling scene. So
Yeah, but that was, I know Red Bull, they do a lot, but, oh, excuse me, I remember that they did that Rampage. I remember when I first saw that. I mean, it was just, I mean, and it's like windy too out there. It's in that
Yeah,
part of the
yeah,
high
fun.
desert out there.
Yeah,
Dude.
downhill
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
next level. Those guys have a huger. They have all different pair.
The first
Yeah,
ever,
yeah,
the first
yeah.
ever time I
Definitely,
ever
definitely.
saw anything like that, this is when I used to ride my bike. So during Thanksgiving, his family used to visit, and I used to hang out with the grandson. Every Thanksgiving, just a kid that would come around, and built a friendship with him, whatever. And then his older cousin was getting married to this professional downhill mountain bike guy.
Mhm.
So they brought their truck full of the downhill bikes, and I was showing them like where I ride my bike, and I had all these little jumps and stuff, and they're all like, "Oh wow," you know, like, but these guys are on like really, really cool bikes. So I had this hill where like at the bottom you'd roll down it and you'd like hit the jump, right? Whatever. But then these guys dug out a trail like behind it, and then at the top of where I would started, they just took some trees and like built a jump, and they were just launching like off and like trying to pretty much go from the top down to this flat bottom area where I would land. But it was like so insane because the guy, he missed and went too fast and like rode off this like thing and got hurt. And that was the first time I'd ever seen anything like extreme like bike stuff in my life. I was like, these guys just did this voluntarily? Like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what do you think was gonna happen? I was like 9 or 10 years old, but then that's when I was like, damn, like these are, like that's really cool, but oh, I'm sorry you got hurt. Like,
I mean, getting hurt is part of it. When you're like, you know, when you're doing that, getting hurt is part of it. It's just
Yeah.
like like riding in traffic. It's like, unfortunately, you're gonna get hit.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just a part of riding. So that's the risk we take every day. So drivers out there, everywhere where you see a cyclist on the road, please just give us a little patience because a lot of us are getting hurt every day. So this year there's been a record amount of cyclists getting hurt, getting killed.
yeah, I actually, where I grew up, Highway 1 up in Northern California, it's a very popular in the summertime. You get a lot of people that are doing the Canada to Mexico rides
Yep.
down the western coast of
Yeah,
California.
Great Divide, yeah.
And I grew up right on that route, right where I grew up in Mendocino.
Wow.
And every summer, at least five to 10 cyclists in my area. And I grew up, you know, probably there's like in that 10-mile area though. That was my fire department dealing with those people.
Wow.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, no,
And that
it's
stretch of
incredible.
Highway 1 from Leggett down to San Francisco is 177.
PCH is the
It's a
worst.
stretch, yeah.
Yeah, and I grew up on that rural northern coastern part of PCH, above San Francisco.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and people out there, they drive like a bat out of you know what.
Yeah, but
so-
PCH, period, I think PCH is boo.
I love PCH because I love getting to the mountains, but outside of that, it's
traffic
people take
as
it
well.
fast. So just drivers out there, have a little love for your fellow cyclists on the road.
Your fellow Americans.
Yes, we're not trying to impede your day. We're just trying to also stay in shape and
Show some grace, y'all. Show some
be
grace.
present. So
And,
Show
um,
some grace.
Before we sign off for the evening here, gentlemen, is there any last words of encouragement or any positivity you want to shed to our listeners tonight going into 2024 here?
absolutely, I'm a father of 2 young, beautiful girls, and I'm an amateur athlete that just loves to hang out with my friends and keep going. And I just want to keep creating a space for people to grow, have fun, and still, you can be a great father, you can be a great athlete, you can be a great friend. So it's all about being present in life and not letting those times get past us. So we got to live every day with intent and just don't give up on any of your dreams, on anything that you want to chase, because we all deserve it. So get after it.
Hell yeah, man, that was definitely very positive. And Doc, any words of encouragement you want to shed to our listeners and our viewers here tonight?
I would say movement. Just keep it in motion, right? Be
Yeah.
active. Like it's matter. Like just be active.
Like Doc said, be a verb.
Yeah, be a verb, man. Be an action word. Just
Yes,
live
action.
live that way. You know, just make sure you're just out there, you're doing it. Just keep doing it, and it doesn't matter. Like, don't quantify it. Just know that the motion is the reason. Okay, so enjoy the process.
Yep.
And then make it happen.
That part.
Oh, let's go, Cody and Big Doxx out here, man.
Be a verb.
Be a verb. Be an action word.
Big Doxx. Big Doxx. Yes.
Yeah.
Be a verb. Be
An
it.
action word.
Encapsulate it. Emit it. You know, just be present.
Be the fire. Be the fire to the flame, or the gas to the flame.
You
Man.
gotta show up. And then let me give one last shout out to the sponsors for All City Grand Prix. I appreciate you guys for supporting and donating and just being present and encouraging me to hold space for the cycling community. So thank you, Neighbor Skate Shop. Thank you, Roadrunner Bags. Thank you to you guys. I really appreciate you guys have been
Shout out
the
Days
hugest.
Not
Yeah,
Confused.
shout out Days Not Confused. Hamilton, thank you, brother. Shout out Endo Customs. You guys donated gear to us, and I would love to run it back up. So Bobby, please, let's do something, man.
I've been looking at your sweater. I like that.
Yeah,
6
see,
feet, please.
Rocking the Endo, man. Just
right.
So,
you know.
Right.
Cycling.
Yeah, and
just because we on bikes don't mean that we don't get fly. Holla.
Yes, sir.
Hey, as my boy Cody would say, we live.
We lit. Yes, sir.
And two, I want to shout out our sponsors. I want to shout out my boy Kuya over in Hawthorne with the Hippie brand. If you guys are looking for some new great creative streetwear, you can DM us. You can DM Hippie over there at HippieHa310, or you could just let us know. You know, we'll get that gear to you. We'll get that merch to you. Just want to shout out Hippie, and also too, we have a new merch sponsorship out of San Francisco that we are working with too. That is, it's going to be coming here pretty soon. So I just want to announce we have another sponsor coming out here soon. So guys, thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We're going to be signing out for the evening. Thank you, Cody. Thank you, Doxx. Thank you for coming out tonight. It was
Thank
fun.
you,
it was
thank you.
hey, no problem, man.
Thanks for having us, Andrew.
Like I said, LA Lifestyle. We're really kind of going to be transitioning here back into the theme of the show.
Word.
You know, for LA, Angelinos, keeping everybody update. You know what's going on in the underground community. You know, and that's definitely what I'm here to do is accolade.
Necessary.
It's very necessary, and that's just what we have to do in order to strive and succeed. So, yeah, guys, we're going to be tuning out here for the evening. I'm going to end you with the 21 Savage album we are playing. Guys, thank you again. It's been an honor. Thank you, guys, and
Thank
good night.
you.
We'll see you next week.
Peace.